You are listening to a Track Bangers production.
The door open, kid staring like a fish. Grabs me by the butt and asks daddy, what is this? His daddy screams and sprints right towards his boat. He knocks me to the ground and repeats his oath. He said, stay away from this cause it only brings pain. No good could ever come from a thing so vain. So I sat back in my closet for 5 more months until I heard the kid say, do you wanna see your gun? The door swung open and now there's 2 of them. The new one picks me up and he points me as his friend. I wonder how this works, where's the words that he said? But the other just laughed as he shook his head. Then, before I knew it, he gave me a tight squeeze. Now something hard and hollow is coming out of me as I scream. The little kid starts to bleed and then he starts to plead. He said it's hard to breathe.
Gun story, try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, your eyes blurry. This a gun story, it's just another gun story. Try to be your man, but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, their eyes blurry. It's a gun story, it's just another gun story.
It's been 9 months since I smelled the air. 9 months since the kid's brother put me in there. Every couple weeks he likes to stop and stare, but he never opens up, he never let me out of here. But then one night I felt us move in the dark. I was thrown in the trunk as we drove to the park. When we finally arrived, I was taken from the back and pointed at some kids who had my cousins pointing back. There was a lot said, but I couldn't catch it all. Then I shot off at the mouth and made another kid fall. One after one they went down to the ground, and then the kid holding me took a sharp pound. He still stood tall to make me spit some more, but the one that he took turned into 4. So as we fell to the floor, the kid muttered to say, I can't believe it's going down this way.
Gun story, try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, your eyes blurry. This a gun story, it's just another gun story. Try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, their eyes blurry. It's a gun story, it's just another gun story.
The cops got there and they saw the mess. 12 kids on the ground with bullet holes in their chests. One of the detectives knelt down by my side, looked at the kid with some tears in his eyes. He picked me up and said, man, do I hate guns. Oh my dear God, what just happened to my son? He put me in his pocket as he finished his job. Then he went back home to get drunk inside. He sat up on the couch with a bottle of Jack. He stared at the wall while I lay in his lap. All the ears in his eyes made his face glow red. What am I to do with the words that he said? He picked me off his lap and stared in my face. I stared right back, his eyes were gone without a trace. I saw a tear drop as his eyes burned red. Then the last thing I saw was the side of his head.
Gun
Bang.
story, try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, your eyes blurry. This a gun story, it's just another gun story. Try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, their eyes blurry. It's a gun story, it's just another gun story. Gun story, try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, your eyes blurry. This a gun story, it's just another gun story. Try to be your man but sometimes your plans hurry. It's this kind of hate that makes your mom worry. At the cemetery, the scary, their eyes blurry. It's a gun story, it's just another gun story. Gun story. Gun story.